Hey there, welcome to episode 97 of the Daily Shed, and today I'm going to show you how to play the very common D-A-G progression in some different ways. Stop yourself from going crazy as you play the same three chords over and over and over again. The nice thing about these chords is that with both the D and the A you have an open string, and the G as well, even though it's a little high up. Even so, that means you can take advantage of it by keeping that open string. You get a real strong root, and above that you can play higher versions of the same chord. So here's, I'm just going to do D to A to G to A again. Like that. The most common way I would probably reach for to play is just move up a little bit higher, and here you're basically playing, if it was a D major bar chord, instead of barring, you're playing the open D string and the bottom three notes of that chord. It's a D major, just like this one, just higher up. And then A, this is the A, it's a version of the A major bar chord, but you're playing it over the open A string and then playing the bottom four notes of that chord. And for a G, maybe the easiest thing to do is, so you do it there, to A. For G, you can play that simple G, or you could play this. Okay. What that is that it's basically the D form of a G chord, where you're using the open G string, then at the 8th fret on the B string, the 7th fret on the E string, and then back to A. So this works fine if you're strumming also. So adds a bit more color to it, rather than just, the first position ones. Here you can go with this. So nothing too crazy, it just gets a little bit higher. If you want to go higher yet, a very easy way is to do basically the same thing up here, where you're taking, again, a bar chord, in this case the D major bar chord, but using the open D string, and then filling in the bottom three strings with the rest of the bar chord. So that's a D, and then for A, this is the D version of A. So imagine your D chord slid up with your ring finger on the 10th fret, the other finger's on the 9th fret, like that, over an A string, like that. Like that. You can also do the whole thing like this. If you were to play a D chord like this, for G, maybe that same G chord I showed you a minute ago there. So playing through that now. Or strumming. Again, you have the nice open strings there, so you've got a solid root, but you're playing something much more interesting on the top of that. Another thing that I like doing, I'll show you one more way, is to use the inside strings. And this is just nice if you want to, if you're going to let the root go, which the root is always implied. You don't always need to have it strong there, and it makes for a nice variation if you choose not to have the root. So instead of the whole D chord with the root, this is the A version of a D chord. So the 7th fret, you're playing on the D, G, and B strings. Those three. And you can go right to that A I showed you before. Again, I'm just playing D, G, and B strings into this version of the A major. So from the A major bar chord, but you're only playing D, G, and B strings. So sliding up to this G here, which is just like the A I just showed you. It's the same actually as like a C position, but then slid up with your finger taking the place of the nut of the guitar there. So D to A to G, A. Which makes just a nice variation if you're doing fingerpick that. one more on the inside strings that I really like a lot. So scrolling up here, or scrolling. I've been on the computer too much to think about scrolling. Sliding on up here. Once again, we've got the D bar chord, and I'm using just the D, B, the D, G, and B strings. That's a D there, then your A. Again, it's like the C version of it, slid up. The A, the G, just bar at the 12th fret. You could even play harmonics, and then the A again. So. Or fingerpick. Harmonics. Get back into like you're strumming. Be a nice way to vary things up a little bit. So as you can see, there's there's dozens of ways to play each of these chords. The nice thing about keeping them together is that you can move. It means you can move less. You can be looking up and singing, paying attention to other things, or just keeping your hand in one place rather than sliding around between these chords. I like finding the ones that are all in one place. So I hope this is useful to you. As always, let me know any questions you might have, and thanks so much for watching.